You did test positive for steroids before the bowl game. Did that have anything to do with the fraudulent bars? Do you feel like you created, through steroids, a better player than you should have been?
No, because I think the steroid thing got way out of proportion here, because I didn't take steroids in high school. Didn't take them when I first got to...
Just take your earpiece off.
Yeah, just
throw
take
it
it off.
down.
We're here.
Just drive you crazy. We're good.
Didn't take them in high school. Didn't take them in college until I got hurt, which was after the Penn State game. Frustrated that the injury wasn't happening. Utilized the advice of some of the ex-players that had played there. Because we've all seen, you can go to the gym and you can get a shoebox full of stuff. Yeah. And I was always very fearful of that. So I'm not going to get that. I don't know where he comes from, and I don't want a giant forehead, and I don't want muscles where I don't need muscles. But I listened to what everybody else was doing. And if you remember back in those days, there was no rules about steroids. Switzer came to us at the beginning of that season during our spring, just after spring was over. And he had the team meeting. He said, I don't care who's on them. I don't want to know anything, but I'm going to tell you right now, they've implemented a rule. Everybody that's on them, get off. We're going to test everybody at the beginning of the season. They tested everybody at the end of the season, and I listened to everything Coach Switzer said, probably too much so, and absorbed all of it. So whatever he said, I did. Sometimes a little bit too far, but I did it. He tested us at the beginning of the season. We all passed. I wasn't concerned about it because I'd gotten off of him. Orange Bowl comes up. I'm sick. I'm in the infirmary. 3 days in there, food poisoning from going out to L.A. They came in and they demanded, a sample, and I gave them the best that I could, which was about that much of a concentrated level. And long story short, they tagged me for something. It actually wasn't what the doctor had given me.
Oh, okay.
Then we did a retest. He called me. Switzer called me right away. He said, I thought I told you to get off. I did get off. Well, if you're saying you got off, then I'm going to have you retested. He retested me in December, and I tested clean. And I said, so right there, are we going to fight? He goes, no, we're not going to fight. It's out of my hands. We're not playing for the national championship, and don't worry about it. But as a 20-year-old kid, it was a personal thing to me. I felt betrayed, and I picked the wrong stage to make my statement.
You wore the T-shirt.
I wore the T-shirt.
Yes. National Communists Against
yes,
Athletes.
Yes, you did, and that caused a lot of trouble. Let me go back to the pro career just for a quick second, because before that Monday night game against the Oakland Raiders and Mr. Bo Jackson, you were talking about how you were personally going to sit there and you didn't use the word neutralize, but I'm using that. Obviously, the big play, Bo Jackson runs right over you. He rushed for 221 yards that game, if I remember correctly.
That was his birthday.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big-time game for him. Wasn't so much of a big-time game for you or the team, because y'all lost, I think it was like 37-14 that night. I want to ask that, in light of the short NFL career that you have, do you ever sit back and contemplate what the bars would have been if you could have had a more successful NFL career? Because based on what I'm hearing from you, a successful NFL career might have been the worst thing for you, as opposed to the best thing, based on what you said that, you've gone through as you've reflected on your life.
It's a double-edged sword. I was too full of pride, too full of myself, and so concerned about letting everybody down. I didn't want to let the Seattle Seahawks down. I didn't want to let the town of Seattle down. I didn't want to let my teammates down. I didn't want to let my fans down. And I was also going back to the way I was raised. If you're hurt, you play. And I remember my father, when I was a little kid playing in a playoff game, and he was a coach, and I was running off the field, I'm crying. Get back out there. You ain't coming out. I don't care. We're going to win this game, and if you ain't hurt, you ain't playing. So that's my mental capacity. So I played consciously hurt. Had I not been full of myself, I should have just said, look, guys, I'm not playing this year. I'm going to get a surgery, and I'm going to get it fixed because I want to win a championship here, and I want a career. So hindsight, I wish I'd done that. In retrospect, and the same question, had I done that, there's great probability that I would have all kinds of medical issues, concussions, and I can only imagine what Junior went through. I played at a very high level. I knew that at some point in time, I had played with 1 RPM, and that was in the red, full blast all the time. I tried to destroy everybody that I hit. I didn't know how to just throttle it down and say, I can just make a tackle and bring him down. I had to hit him, punish him, drive him, plant him, push him, and then get up. I couldn't do it any other way. And I don't know why that was. And that was probably because of the anger that was inside me, because I felt like I was always proving something to my father. How do I make you happy? Is this enough? Are you happy now? And I could never get to that point.
So bring it full circle to today as you watch college football. Let's take the guy who's in the biggest spotlight right now, Jameis Winston. What advice would you give to Jameis right now?
Find humility. Find humility. You got a God gift. You're the center target. Work on your character. Your game is good, but let's work on your character. Let's start planting positive seeds for the young players that are watching you so that they want to be like you and emulate the great things that you do, and stop making stupid mistakes. You got a moral compass in your heart. Everybody does. Every human does. And you know right from wrong. When you make a decision, probably shouldn't have done that, but I got away with it. So the thrill of that is enticing. That's sin. He needs to figure out a way to correct his moral compass. And for me, and I don't like to get into this, but I'm going to do it anyway, the only way that you can correct your moral compass is Jesus is the one who can create and fix your navigational system. And he needs to find that if he didn't have it.
Who is Brian Bosworth now, as we let you go?
I'm a man at peace and love my place where I'm at right now. I've got a great relationship working on with my father, with my son. My daughter's a freshman at Oklahoma, so I'm enjoying being a father. Enjoying my life with my wife. Making another movie right now called Do You Believe? We're right in the middle of that right now, so it's another faith-based movie. I'm just blessed being where I'm at. I got a chance to start over, and this is my second chance, and I'm really enjoying it.